Hello and welcome to Giles the Sex Therapist, a better sex guide for men. This show contains some explicit material. Today, turn me on, or how to have sex you really want with your partner. First of all, Giles, we're going to learn our ABC, aren't we? Starting with, well, I guess, A.
Yeah, and don't panic, guys. I'm not going to start singing things from The Sound of Music. My researcher and I worked on this not so long ago, and he and I did a brainstorm on, how can we actually have better sex. The list just went on, and I just had this idea of actually doing an A to Z, because I don't think it's actually been done before. A is ability. Have balance and communicate. You need to really read your partner and identify what turns them on. And then you got your B is balance. Daily activities, routines. Use less frequent intercourse to build anticipation in order to heighten your orgasm. This means making sure that you've got time. You really do need to make time for yourself. If you're wanting to wank, you've got to make time for it. If you're wanting to have sex, you need to make time. If you want to have time for going to the football, you need to make time for it. It's got to be considered an equal part of your life. Then you've got C, communication. You can really whisper sweet nothings into your partner's ears. You can discuss sex toys, share fantasies and desires, talk and listen to your partner. So what do you think of those then, Steve, so far?
Oh, I think it's a good start. So let's now go from ABC to DEF.
Determined. I think that's a good D, to be determined, to make the relationship work, because we all know sex is a very important area of any relationship. Please your partner and vice versa. Now, my partner and myself, fortunately, we work really well together in that respect, because we actually make sure, instead of being selfish in bed, we actually say, what does my partner, how can I please my partner? Me pleasing my partner, I then get satisfied. Him pleasing his partner satisfies him. So we then have explosive making love. E for equality. In a relationship, not one individual is greater than another, unless discussed in sub-dom culture. Now, we all know, especially in heterosexual, it's usually the man who's slightly a bit more masterful in bed. The mother or wife is actually a bit more in the daily running of the life. But in gay and bisexual, if you're with men, you've got this sub-dom culture, which is quite prominent. But guys, don't get mistaken. Just because you have sub and dom doesn't mean one is more effeminate than the other, or one's more masculine than the other. You have your sub, you have your dom, you have where you're basically versatile. Just got to make sure you communicate and make sure that you are communicating it.
So your sexual behaviour in sub and dom can be actually different in your real life. So you could be the dominant sexual partner, but actually not dominant in your actual work or real life.
Very much so. It's a bit like, as I said, about with the heterosexual stereotypes of role model, where a woman could be very much predominantly the leader of the pack, the hierarchy in the household, but in the bedroom, it's the man. And it's the same thing in sub-dom culture in the gay and bisexual community, that just because you are in one area of your life doesn't mean you are in all areas of your life.
Let's move to the dreaded F word, shall we?
Or the F word, but don't panic, it's not a 4-letter one. It's frigid. It doesn't do your relationship any good to be frigid. You really do need to make sure no rifts and differences occur between you and your partner. Don't be cold. Don't be unfriendly, distant, standoffish. Really compromise. Just because you may not want to do something, don't feel you have to do it. Discuss it with your partner. Remember, they're supposed to be your loved one, so actually do communicate that. G. It's a good one actually to have straight after that frigid one. Is good in bed. Good techniques allow one to achieve a greater pleasure and orgasm mutually. So by actually really getting in there, doing what your partner enjoys, doing what you enjoy, it beats going to the gym any day, I think.
Okay, well, speaking of the gym, we must be on to H now, mustn't we?
H, yeah, healthy and hygienic. Sensual showers is a very good one. I learned this one through my own private life. Once upon a time, a while ago, guys don't always clean down below when they need to. and you get that awful smelling cheese, which we call clinically smegma. It's not necessarily dried up pre-cum and stuff like that. A lot of it is dead skin and debris of that nature and bacteria. If you're having sexual intimacy with strangers or your partner, make sure that you are both clean and respectful of each other.
And there's me thinking smegma was a make a fridge.
And then we got integrity for I. You do need to be real with yourself. You need to be real with your partner as well. This is not just in life, but this is in your bedroom as well, or wherever you are intimate. Enjoy and say so and show them. If they find it's a turn on for you actually to groan a little bit louder, if you're a bit of a silent lover, do a bit of panting and show them that you're enjoying what they're doing for you. You know, just don't lie back there and think of England. You know, England can look after itself. J, be jovial. Let sex be fun. Let the relationship be fun. You know, if you get things wrong, laugh about it. Don't really get stressed about it and think, oh my God, things are going wrong and you're useless. You can't do this, you can't do that. And now you're useless in bed. Don't go down that road, guys. Laugh about it, discuss it, and work a way of making a solution for it. And then a good one, and I know you guys are really good at this sort of thing, kissing. Very sensual. Vary your style and technique. Lick, nuzzle. You've got all those erogenous zones. It's not just about what's in your underpants and what's around your face. You've got a lot of places around your body. Your inner thigh, your rib cage, armpits. You've got your neck, got your ears. Really explore. And if it really does your thing, you've got people's feet as well. I'm not suggesting anything, but some people find that. After all, the Duchess of York did it. And
right, so now, before we go any further with the Duchess of York, let's talk about a very difficult subject in the next A to Z for men, gay or straight, and that's L for
love. Love and acceptance. This is very important, guys. You got to love yourself and you got to accept yourself before you can love somebody else and accept somebody else. You really need to have a healthy mindset and be rational and compromise. You've got to remember you are individuals, two individuals uniting to become one. If you're actually so off the wall, you're just going to bounce off each other and not in a good way. So you need to compromise, accept each other's flaws and work on those flaws with a lot of love. Just don't keep it for Valentine's and Christmas. M follows that very nicely. Make love, not war. Never let the sun go down on a rift. You know, we all have arguments. We all get upset. That sun is outside is going down. You don't want anything else to stay down. Make sure you do at least agree to disagree. Say goodnight with a nice kiss. Just because you say you're not going to talk about something now, you know, don't put it under the carpet and never talk about it again. And don't say it with angst. Say it in a loving, caring way, because after all, it's your loved one you're talking to.